This is Suicune! Suicune is, well, it is the first Pokemon in the series to have its own boss music, which I personally like a lot. Alright, so Suicune here. I won't ruin that song ever again because I love this song. It has Rain Dance, which will make Thunder 100% accurate, which kind of works against it. If you're wondering why I'm doing Ice Punch, I'm hoping for a freeze. I'm not necessarily trying to damage it a lot, I'm just trying to freeze it. Just because that'll make it really easy to catch. Alright, come on. Nope. Rain will also boost the power of its Water-type moves, which also boosts the power of our Water-type moves, though, so it works both for it and, well, it's resistant to water, and so are we, so not a big deal. Okay. So yes, this is the main Pokemon of Pokemon Crystal, right here. This is the main Pokemon that this game is about, which is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. So I like Suicune a lot. It's a very defensive tank. Yes, Suicune is a very defensive Pokemon. This thing is a godly tank. And not to mention, its water moves are pretty dang devastating. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty darn good. It's very defensive. It's probably the best out of 3 legendary beasts. And yes, I called them legendary beasts, because that is what they are. They're not dogs. They never have been dogs. Their official name is legendary beasts. Okay? Alright, Frozen. Let's do Bite really quick. Frozen solid. I'm chomping on the ice. Chomping on the ice. Doo 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 doo. Chomping on the ice. Doo 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 doo. Chomping on the ice. Doo 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 doo. Stay frozen. Yay. Okay, now. With it frozen and in red health, let's do this. Let's go for... Now we'll go for the Ultra Ball. I really should have gone for the Pokeball because that could have been funnier if it actually did work. Okay, let's see Ultra Ball. 1, 2. Okay, it's still frozen. Let's go for the Pokeball this time. Let's try to do Pokeball. We have 2 of them. Let's do it. Yes, I have 2 balls. 1, 2, 3. I can't believe it! What is it with me and Pokeballs? Ah! Suicune, the Aurora Pokemon, 6'7", 412 pounds. This divine Pokemon blows around the world, always in search of a pure reservoir. And that was actually a pretty good impression of the Pokedex in these games. So yes, we have caught Suicune. Like my previous playthroughs, I'm not going to use a legendary on my team. Haha, Eugene, after like 10 videos of searching, we've caught Suicune. Too awesome. You've never seen a battle that great. That was truly inspiring to see Suicune. It was tough, but you were more incredibly real. Heard Suicune's mystic power summons a rainbow-colored Pokemon. Maybe, just maybe, what went on today? Because Pokemon to appear. I'm gonna study the legends more. Thanks for Sorry, burp. Later, Emil. Sorry for interrupting that epic speech with that. Hiker Anthony is calling us right now. Let's battle right now. Route 33. Screw you! We are the master of the Pokemon of the Northwind, Suicune. So yes, we have now caught Suicune. So now we are going to be heading out to Mahogany Town and continuing our quest because there's nothing else for us to do here. So yes, let's go ahead and head out there right now. Alright, so let's just go ahead and... no, wrong button. Hop on our bike. I don't know about you guys though, but I always get start and select confused all the time though, even like now today. Right here is a berry tree, which will give us a burnt berry. In the remake, it'll give you an apricorn, which you'll see at the bottom of the screen. By the way, a lot of you guys have been asking me some stuff. Oh, wow, my voice really can't stop cracking today. A lot of you guys have been asking me, like, what do I think of the Generation 5 starters? They're freaking silhouettes! You can't tell anything from a silhouette. It's so funny, everyone's like, I think the Generation 5 starters suck because the shadows look ugly. Well, do you look at your shadow in the mirror and say you're ugly? No, you do not. Okay. It always bugs me whenever people, like, give opinions about just freaking silhouettes. Anyway, though, we ran into a wild Pokemon. I guess I can get into the new Pokemon you can find here on this route. First off, which we just ran into, is a Lickitung. Lickitung is a very generic Pokemon. It doesn't really have anything that separates itself from other normal types. Its evolution, Licky Licky, can be a really good defensive tank, and you can get that in Heart Gold and Soul Silver only during the Johto Dex, if you level it up knowing Rollout. In addition to this is also Tangela here, which will evolve into Tangrowth only in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is a really good defensive tank. Like it a lot more than Licky Licky for defenses. Learn some really good moves like Power Whip and whatnot. Really good Pokemon. And then other than that, there is one Pokemon you can only find in this route. You can only find it fishing with a Super Rod. It's called Remoraid, which we don't have a Super Rod yet. Remoraid, it's not that great of a Water-type Pokemon. It's just a really rare fish Pokemon, I guess you could say. It's kind of like the Feebas of this generation. Only found in this route, only found in Gold, Silver, not in Crystal. Alright, so let's go ahead and head through here. And we have a trainer right here, so we're just going to skip him. Yay! Got that Max Revive that we got that's going to help us so much. Alright, so, just wanted to go and use a Repel really quick. Anyway, this is the Ice Path. I don't know about you guys, but I love how this place looks. I hate the way it's laid out because it's just a bunch of ice puzzles. In here, new Pokemon you can find. First off is Swinub. In the remake, you can get its final evolved form, Mamoswine, prior to the end of the Johto Dex. Mamoswine, if you were playing the remake, Mamoswine is a great Pokemon. It's physically defensive, does a lot of damage, learns really good moves. It's the only Pokemon in the game that is not affected by Sandstorm or Hail, because it's ice and ground. Other than that, in this floor there's Delibird. Delibird is probably one of the worst Pokemon ever. By the way, we just found HM07, which is Waterfall, which we're going to need for later, so you are going to want to get that while you're here, or else you're going to be lost later. First up is Jinx. Not much to say here. It's a really good special attacker, having both Ice and Psychic types. Really good for special attacking. It's definitely good if you want a Pokemon that can take on the boss next, which is going to be weak to Ice, if you don't have an Ice type already. And then other than that is going to be Sneasel. Sneasel is a really good physical attacker when it evolves, but unfortunately its evolution's not part of the Johto Dex in the remake, so I'm going to say pass on this one if you want an Ice type attacker. Now that we got all that out of the way, because the rest of this whole dungeon is just going to be Ice puzzles and Strength puzzles, which I'm not a fan of, for the first time in this Let's Play, we're going to go Mach Speed for the rest of this dungeon. Woo! Okay, now that that is done, we are here in Blackthorn City. Whoa, you came through the Ice Path? You must be a real hotshot trainer. What I like in the Ice Path is there's actually a kimono girl in there who has her shoes frozen to the ice, which I always just thought was hilarious. Anyway, going here, let's see here. Dragonair's cute, but I don't have it. Do you have a Dragonair? I want to trade for my Dodrio. Dodrio is a very, very fast Pokemon, but it doesn't have much else going for it. I personally think there's better flying types. It's really freaking fast, though. If you want a fast flying type, it's about as good as you can do in this generation. But anyway, let's go ahead and heal really quick. It's not that I think Dodrio is bad, it's that Dragonair is so rare and so much better. But anyway, actually that's not where I wanted to go. I didn't want to go into the store. Let's see what we got over here. Right here, this guy, this is something that was added into this generation, is the Move Deleter. This is how you forget moves, including HM moves. So if you teach an HM move that you want to get rid of, you can go ahead and get rid of it right there. Something you could not do in the original game that was added in this game. What do you gotta say? Are you gonna make your Pokemon forget some scream? Wow, somebody does not listen to the commentary. Okay, let's see here. A clan of trainers who can freely command dragons live here in Blackthorn. As a result, there are many legends about dragons in this town. That was probably the worst old woman impression in the history of forever. Of all time. Okay. Well, anyway, we got to Blackthorn City in this part, after going all the way through the Ice Cave. So anyway, we're gonna call it quits here though. So next time Pokemon Crystal, we are heading into the 8th and final gym of Johto. See you guys then.